What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today I am excited because we've got a whole bunch of information about the upcoming Metroplex deck. We all knew the Metroplex deck was coming. That wasn't exactly news. This was revealed ages ago, before I started making videos. But now we've got like a whole bunch of information about it, which makes me incredibly excited, and I need to have a chat. I am going to obviously be doing analysis videos of these cards when they're properly revealed, but we don't actually know enough information about any of them to actually do a video about any of these cards individually. What we do have enough information about is the deck as a whole. So this is the deck that is going to be introducing Metroplex. Metroplex is huge. Now, they did a size comparison chart on the advert. You can see here that it is significantly bigger than the regular character cards, which are in and of themselves bigger than the character cards. That's kind of cool. But the interesting thing about this is that there's a whole bunch of new cards. So you get a Titan-sized character card, Metroplex. Don't assume this will be the last one ever. 3 character cards not in Wave 1 boosters, them being Scamper, Slammer, and 6-Gun. And 40 battle cards, including 3 each, a playset of 3 new cards. Rally the City, Height Advantage, and Protected by Metroplex. So if you're thinking, oh, should I buy that? Yes, you should. Because you get Metroplex, which can only be got here, 3 character cards, which can only be got here, 3 battle cards, which can only be got here. Quite frankly, this is the kind of product that needs to be bought because it's all exclusive. And just so we're clear, right, I am totally okay with Hasbro and Wizards doing this once a month. Give me one of these sets a month. I'll buy them. I love them. They're cool. Obviously, I've got this pre-ordered. But firstly, we're getting a really clear look at 3 of these new cards, though we don't have enough information to really judge them. And secondly, the release date's been moved up. This was supposed to be released on the 21st of November. It has now been moved up to the 16th of November. The release date has been moved forward. This is brilliant. I am all in favor of this. I think it's awesome. We're going to get 5 days earlier. How can people not be excited about the fact that we're getting this 5 days earlier? And what is really cool, this is a deck that plays out of the box against constructed teams and decks. So it's a deck that just plays straight out of the box. You don't need to muck about. You get your 40 battle cards, and you get your 3 characters, and your Titan-sized Metroplex. Here's the thing, though. If we look at Metroplex, we don't know everything about it. We really don't. But it looks a little bit over the top dumb. Because, well, the health of 35 is ridiculous. The average health is 12. The next highest health is Autobot Cosmos, coming in at 21. The next highest health is Nemesis Prime, coming in at 16. A health of 35 is redonk. And then you look at the attack of 6. Now, to be fair, it is only 4 in alt mode, but it's 6 in bot mode, which is much higher than the average of 4. And then the defense, okay, the defense is a bit more reasonable. The average is 2. It's 1 in bot mode, 2 in alt mode. We do not know the cost of this card. But when I looked at this card, I, along with a whole bunch of other people, just went, well, clearly it's going to be a 25 cost card. It's a huge oversized card with huge oversized stats, so it makes sense that it would be a 25 cost card, i.e., it would be your entire deck. This 40 battle cards go. But the fact that you get 3 character cards and that it's playable out the box implies that it's not your whole deck, and we're going to have a look at it in a second, but Rally the City pretty much tells us it's not a 25 cost card. So what is it? I don't know. I have no idea. Now, we also know that it is a ranged card, and ranged cards do have some advantages. It means that you can use Armed Hovercraft here, put it on a ranged character, do 1 damage to each enemy. That's a little bit kind of over the top good. It means you can use Rapid Ascent to increase your defense by 1, which is the worst part of this card. And then your opponent chooses a card from their hand and scraps it. So actually, ranged cards here, they're pretty good. Now, I should also mention that it's not all good being ranged, because we do have Dark Mount here, which does have a +2 defense against ranged characters. So not all good, but still good enough. We also see here that it is a Titan. Now, it is the first Titan we've ever had, so we really don't know what it does. We have no idea what being a Titan means. We don't have any other cards which help out Titans. We assume that in the future we probably will. But having said that, at the moment we don't have any cards that help out spaceships. An Autobot Cosmos and Decepticon Shockwave are spaceships. So I don't think we should be too caught up in that we don't have any Titan support. I'm sure we will have Titan support in the future. We just don't have Titan support at the moment. And we do have a skill on Metroplex, although it looks very difficult to actually get it rolling. When this attacks and you flip at least 2 white icons, 2 orange icons, and 2 blue icons, tap each enemy and do 1 damage to each enemy. I mean, that's over the top. Doing 1 damage to each is nuts, and then tapping them all basically means you can then just attack with the rest of your characters and get free attacks while not letting your opponent attack. But you need to flip 2 white, 2 orange, and 2 blue. That's not likely. You are going to need some incredible bold here. Because, I mean, bold lets you flip extra cards when you attack, so you're going to really need to go hyper bold here to have a chance. I mean, Supercharge giving you bold +3, or +3 bold, I suppose would be an easier way to put it, as an action, that's quite good. You know, cards like Flamethrower giving you bold 2, but even if you're flipping like 7 cards, because 2 normal plus Flamethrower plus Supercharge, you've only got 1 card wiggle room. Although I suppose you'd be flipping 1 white, so you'd be flipping 9 cards, but still, that's going to be difficult to pull off. A very interesting looking card. The second we see the back of this card, I promise you, I will bring you an analysis video. It looks over the top great. If nothing else, just the health and the attack in bot mode are dumb. But we'll have to wait and see. Now, we can also see bot mode of Scamper here again. We can't see alt mode, and I'm not bringing you an analysis video until we can. But we see that the stats are actually poor. Like, really poor. Health of 4 compared to the average of 12. Attack of 3 in bot mode, 2 in alt mode compared to the average of 4. And a defensive 1 in bot mode, 2 in alt mode compared to the average of 2. The stats here suck. Which might mean this, well, almost certainly does mean this is a very low cost card. So maybe Metroplex is kind of a 16 cost and the other one's a free cost. Maybe it's something like that. Because honestly, the stats here suck. But that might mean that we're getting a really low cost card. And there's plenty of decks around at the moment with 21, 22 stars that would love a low cost card. So that could be really good. Again, we don't know the cost of this. I am purely speculating, but I think this is going to be a below 5 cost card. And then it's got a skill, when you flip to this mode and have Metroplex on the battlefield, scrap an enemy weapon or armor, which is awesome. You just get to get rid of one. That's really, really cool. And yes, that includes Force Field, which is the best upgrade in the game. This literally lets you get rid of Force Field, which is over the top. Or you can get rid of something like a Power Sword, which can only be put on melee characters, but it gives you Bold Free, which is over the top. So I love Scamper's ability. Although it's weird because most of the abilities are when you flick into alt mode, and this is when you flick into bot mode, but still, it's great. And then we get the battle card here, Rally the City. It's got a white icon, which is really good, and Metroplex needs a double white, so that's good. And it reads, if you have Metroplex on the battlefield, draw a card for each character you have on the battlefield. That is, as far as I'm concerned, proof that Metroplex is not a 25 cost character. Although, to be honest, so is so is Scamper here. Because if Metroplex was a 25 cost character, you couldn't play Scamper and have Metroplex on the battlefield. And similarly, you couldn't draw a card for each character on the battlefield if you had Metroplex on the battlefield. If it was the only one you could have, it would just say draw one. So, I don't know what to think. I honestly don't know what to think. The fact that it's playable out the box implies that you can use Metroplex and the other 3 character cards, which means that Rally the City will actually draw you 4 cards. And given that a card like Backup Plan scraps your hand and draws 3 cards, this is really good. But this is all conjecture. It looks like Metroplex is over the top good. His stats are certainly nuts, although his ability is a bit dumb. It's going to be very difficult to use. It looks like Scamper's going to be a very low-cost card with a really nice ability, but we don't know. And it looks like Rally the City is going to be really good draw power. The great news is, we're sitting here on the 25th of October, and this releases now on the 16th of November, which is literally 3 weeks tomorrow. So it's not going to take very long for us to have these. And if it's anything like Wave 1, then Hasbro are going to be leaking these 7 unique cards before the actual release date. Yes, you'll get a video about each one as they're revealed. Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen. So we should know a little bit more soon. Honestly, this looks fun. It's very exciting. It looks like we're going to have our first below 5 cost character. We're going to have our first Titan character. This looks awesome. And yes, I'll buy the deck on release and I'll make a video of it playing against another deck. Don't you worry, ladies and gentlemen. I've got you covered. So, for now, I want to hear from you guys. Tell me what you think about this news. Tell me how excited you are for this deck. Go nuts in the comment section, but please do remember the rule. Be nice, and then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, and follow me on Twitter at the Wossy for some more ramblings. But by far the most important thing, as always, is to look after yourselves until next time. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Ross, and you've been watching Wossy Plays.